11 and 12 and 13 and have them next month. In light of where we are with things and finances and everything else, we just need another few weeks to work on that. Just in case you are wondering, there are some statutory deadlines around that, and our meeting ensures that we still meet them. The statutory deadline is, of course, the end of April. So our meeting's on the 23rd of April, so we'll be able to handle that. So we move now then to item 14, boundary adjustment between Merrill Drive and Wellesley Street, and invite Rod to the front. Rod, could I please ask that you put hand sanitizer on your hands before you use the microphone? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, seconded by Councillor Henderson. Right, over to you. Thank you.
So, look, apologies for coming back to the committee on this one again, but this is a minor boundary adjustment. It relates to the Bledisloe car park, 4 to 10 Merrill Drive. There was an omission of a small parcel of land. It's literally half the size of this room, or quarter the size of this room, probably half. And we'd like to, of course, include that as a boundary adjustment to make the parcels that relate to the Bledisloe car park, which will be the Aotea Overstation development in the station, a more regular size and shape, and the boundary and the parcel of land associated with Bledisloe House, a regular shape and a straight line boundary. And that's also consistent with what the Waitemata Local Board were looking for, which is to create the laneway. So it'll make it more easy to create the laneway as part of that overstation development. No cost to council, it's a minor procedural matter.
Right, thank you. That last statement was the most important one. Any questions? Councillor Coombe.
Thank you. Just a very quick question. Could I, just through the chair, do we know, I mean, it's a bit of a curiosity as to how it's occurred. Do we know why it was actually there as a little separate parcel?
You're through the chair. It was an omission by those who were preparing the original report, which includes ourselves, so I put my hand up. But it relates to the complexity of the parcels of land, which were legacy parcels which never were corrected when the Bledisloe car park and Bledisloe House were kind of built. They actually relate to multiple buildings before that time, and so now is the appropriate time to address that more fully. But yes, it was an omission, so it's my apologies for that. Yeah.
You didn't, but that's him. You didn't. Sorry, that was just clearing my throat. Any other questions for Rod? Councillor Walker.
I've just got a question around the laneway and the size of the laneway, and the context, I guess, is Melbourne and other cities where laneways aren't just lanes; they're used for activation on the part of restaurants and the like, so it had tables and chairs, and you need a width in order to experience that, sometimes a reasonably wide width. Does this meet that requirement from an urban design perspective, and has our urban design office fed into this?
Yeah, look, through the chair.
We do have an urban design office.
Through the chair, look, that's a great question. I think we have a great opportunity in this laneway. It's actually a very wide space. It's about 10 metres wide from memory is what's protected, and that will be protected through the development agreements that we're forming with the overstation development parties. But yes, we are connecting and have connected with the likes of Regional Facilities Auckland Design Office, DPO, and also Auckland Transport, and particularly as it relates to the emerging Wellesley Street interchange for the bus network to the North Shore. So those things are actually in consideration as part of the design. It will be considered as part of the design, and it's part that we're reviewing at the moment, which we'd like to bring back to F&P either next time or the time after. We're just shaping that up with those parties.
the other part of my question, did we seek advice from our urban design office?
So mostly the advice that we're receiving is through design experts who have connections to the technical advisor group that Panuku use, and so there's that level of design input. There's also input through our council, Auckland ADO and DPO officers. So at this stage, that's the first stage. Then we'd like to come back into the planning committee and into F&P to review that.
So was that a yes?
Urban Design Office, just perhaps refresh me on who is the Urban Design Office in particular.
That's what I asked.
Well, it's not really for me to refresh, but I'm certain that the chair could do that.
Well, the chair actually can't. I'm not quite sure the status myself, and it's not a planning meeting, and the planning committee chair's not here either. So we'll come back to you on that, councillor.
Yeah, but can I just say we are planning to go through the planning committee before we come to F&P, so we can get their input into this, if that's the appropriate answer.
Well recovered. Thank you, Rod. Any other questions for Rod? Right, we have a mover, councillor Cashmore, seconded by councillor Henderson. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Against, carried. Thank you, Rod.